the idea of the Tao is this way of nature, the wisdom body, and the way it produces the world, and the interaction of pairs of opposites in the Tao, right? And there are times when the light or energy factor is dominant, and there are times when the dark or mass factor is dominant. Am I right? The cycling of the Tao. And the strategist of life, as well as the military strategist, must act in terms of accord with that cycle. And he's not criticizing, he's watching to see the moment of action. I mean, when you're in an athletic contest, a competition and so forth, and are watching for your hold, say in wrestling or something, this isn't the critical faculty, this is the intuitive watching faculty that's working. This is not the critical faculty, it's the intuitive. What I was dealing with when I'm talking about the ego as the critical factor, what I'm speaking about making judgments and deciding this is of value, this is not of value. Do you see? This other is watching the moment. And the term wu wei, not forcing, is perfect Chinese strategy for life. That's quite Chinese. You won't find that in India. India doesn't work that way. It's not that wonderful round thing that you feel in China, a wonderful accord with the rule of things. India comes in slash like that. Years and years ago, when my wife, who was a dancer, was very much interested in Tai Chi Chuan, you know, this thing, we had a master doing the Indian way as well as the Chinese of these exercises. The Indian was altogether different. I can't repeat it now, but it was angular and precise and reminded me of the Vedantic philosophy, you know. Chinese gardens, you don't know, and Japanese gardens, you don't know where art begins and nature ends. There's this wonderful accord with nature. You look at an Indian temple and you know a vision from above has come in and planted itself on the earth. The earth has been stripped aside and a cave temple has been thrust into the rock. It's a totally different thing. And I don't like to get these two problems mixed up with that of the role of ego as critical evaluating factor. When one is teaching in the Orient, I don't care whether it's Japan or China or India, one expects the student to receive what one teaches without criticism. Here in the West, one asks for criticism. I found when I was teaching in India that if I got criticism from a student, it was because he was simply quoting a professor who said something different from what I was saying. It wasn't his head thinking it out. And so you have this acquiescence in the teacher. The prime virtue of the student is Shraddha, S-H-R-A-D-D-H-A, perfect faith in the teacher. Well, our clergy likes that too, but that's not the Greek side.